Hello and welcome back everyone. Catweazle here, and it's Arkham Horror, Cool Air, turn 11. Right, quick recap of the last turn. Charlie is picked up a couple of clues at the Historical Society. Skids got to the Curiosity Shop, got himself a very nice Elder Sign that'll come in very useful. Roland's still at the Arkham Asylum, and Rita got herself a retainer at the newspaper. Right, so let's get straight into the Upkeep phase, where I believe it's Skids is our first player. Here we are with Skids, and Skids has got a plan. So first thing that Skids is going to do is we're just going to check his movement. He's got 2 for his motorcycle, 1 for the map of Arkham and 1 speed, so that'll be 4 movement, and that's enough for what he's considering to do. His focus therefore is he's going to move his fight up 2, so he's now got 4 fight. He's had enough. He's going to cause some mayhem. So that's it for Skids' movement. He's got no bank loans, no retainers, so we can move straight on to Roland Banks. Here we are with Roland. Now, hopefully, Skids is going to do what he's going to do. So we'll set up Roland for Skids being successful, because we like to look on the bright side. So what we'll need Skids to do is to move up his speed. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, he'll need 4 speed. So we're going to use 2 of his 3 focus to get him up to 4. And are we going to change anything else? We are going to move... No, I think we shall keep it like that. Hang on, I'm having a little trouble with my add-in. No, I'm not. Right, that's fine. He's got no upkeep, like bank loans or anything, so it's straight across to Rita. And also, dependent on Skids, Rita may well have a very big turn ahead of her. So, having a look, we're going to move her focus and move her speed down to 4, because that's all she's going to need should Skids be successful. And she's got a retainer, but she doesn't have to roll for it this turn because she only got it last turn, so that's fine. So it's just the $2. She's got $2 to start for a newly acquired retainer. And now we'll move across to Charlie Kane. Here we are with Charlie. Charlie's the only one who doesn't depend on what Skids is doing. And we want to get Charlie to the unnameable, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movement. He's got 1 speed for Richard Pickman. He's got 2 movement for his motorcycle, so that'll be 3. He needs 5. So we'll move his speed up 2. Uses 2 focus on that. He's got his retainer, but first he gets his $2, which will put him up to $5, as he's got 3. So just to keep things neat. There he is, up to $5. And he's now got a roll for the retainer he does have. See if he keeps it. 5, he keeps his retainer. Another $2 for next turn, always good. And that's it for Charlie. He should have enough movement now to get to the unnameable. Right, let's move on to the movement phase. Here we are, concentrating on north side because it's going to be quite an action-packed movement phase, I think. So first up is Skids. So what is this big thing he's going to do? Well, first of all, he's going to move 2 of his 4 movement to go to the newspaper, where him and Rita are going to trade. And the first thing that Skids is going to trade is this elder sign, because it's going to be Rita, with any luck, that's going through the gate. So, but in order to do that, she needs some room, because she's got a back injury. So she's going to give her whiskey to Skids, and that means she can take the elder sign without having to drop anything. And additionally to that, she's going to give Skids the shotgun. Oh no, she isn't. No, I decided against that when I was having to think about it. No, she'll keep that. But Skids is... Nope, that's it. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Yep, sorry about that. Just got a delivery. Funnily enough, to do with the game. So just got myself a microphone stand and one of those like handlebar mounts for cameras. It's just that so it's easier to zoom in on the board. I put this camera on top of here. I can really swing it out into the board and get a better look at the city of Arkham for you. So you may be getting some weird camera angles from now on as I start using this sort of boom arrangement, but hopefully it'll make things a little bit clearer. But anyway, let's get on with Skid's move. They've just done some trading, him and Rita, and he's still got 2 movement points left. There we go. Bit more top down. We can see a bit more of the board. It's in a bit of better perspective. Right, Skids has done his trading with Rita, and now what he's going to do is he's going to kick some ass, because that's what Skids does. So his last 2 movement points are to go into downtown, where he's going to sort these guys out. 2 reasons. 1, he hates them. 2, he's got to clear the way for Rita and for Roland, because we don't want them hemmed in. Rita needs to get to Independence Square with the elder sign, and Roland needs to get the hell out of the asylum. Right, so who's he going to take on first? Well, the first person he's going to take on is the cultist, because he doesn't have to do a sanity check with the cultist. He gets +1 dice to his fight, and as you know, cultists worshipping Ithaca, they've got 3 toughness. So first of all, let's get all those combat dice together. So I shoved his fight up, so he's got 4 base fight, so that's 4 dice to start with. The cultist gives him an extra dice, so that's 5 dice, and then he's got his Tommy gun, which gives him another 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, he's not messing around. He's got 11 dice to cause some mayhem. And he rolls possibly the worst roll ever, and gets only 1 success. So he's going to have to re-roll 11 dice. 1 success out of 11 dice. Dearie me. I think he was a bit excited. He just rushed in and just sprayed his Tommy gun all over the place. So he does lose 1 stamina, because he didn't manage to polish off the cultist in that inaccurate burst of fire. So he's going to go again. And he gets 3. A 6, a 5 and a 5. That's good enough. Finally kills the cultist. He gets another monster trophy. So what's he got there? He's got 2 cultists, that's 6. A leg spider 2. He's got 8 toughness worth of monster trophies, and he's got a gate trophy. And we get a stand back. So he's dealt with the cultist. Next up is the Moon Beast, which I've thoroughly hated ever since it came on the board. So he's actually got to make a sanity check against this one, so he gets -1. His will is 1, so it looks like an auto fail, and it is. He's got nothing else that can help him, so he automatically fails his sanity check, so he loses 2 sanity. So that puts him down to 2. So he's got 2 sanity and 2 stamina left. Now, let's see what the combat situation is. It's -2 dice. So he gets 10 dice, 4 for his base fight. He gets, what else is it? 6 for the Tommy gun, so that's 10. So 10 -2 is 8 dice. 2, 4, 6, 8. And hopefully we shall get a better roll. Come on. We need 3 successes again. Oh, came out, and it's a good job it did, because we only had 1 success. Come on, 3 successes. And 4 sixes. That's good enough. Good job that dice bounced out. So he gets rid of the Moon Beast, and that puts him up to 11 toughness of monsters, and we get another stand back. So a bit of luck there. Right, and Skids has done what he set out to do, which is he's cleared downtown of monsters. He's going to lose a stamina during the Mythos phase, but he's got 2 left, so that'll leave him with 1 stamina. So perhaps next turn, quick scoot to Arkham Asylum, get his sanity back up, and then he's going to look to get down to St Mary's Hospital, I think. Right, so that's Skids' go. Next up is Roland Banks. Right, what's Roland going to do? Well, Roland is going to look to get towards St Mary's Hospital, but oh, we'll just zoom out a little because he's got to move a little further than we're showing there. There we go. Just get his movement in there, I think. Right, so he's got 4 movement. Oh, I tell you what we didn't do on Roland Banks' upkeep. We forgot that he's got less than 4 clues, so he does get an extra 1 through his intuitive ability. So I've fixed that now. He's now got 4 clues like he should have, and now he's going to move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's going to go in the science building. He's got a couple of gate trophies, he's got some monster toughness, so he's going to get himself some clue tokens. Right, next up is Rita. Rita's here at the newspaper, so she's going to be passing Skids again. So she's got, I think it's 4 movement. 1, 2, hello Skids. 3, and she goes to Independence Square. So we'll just find out where that is going to go. That is going to the Plateau of Leng, which is the home dimension of our good friend Ithaca. Right, made a bit of a cock-up in previous rounds. It's not a biggie, but it did get pointed out to me on Board Game Geek. I had been moving during the movement phase. For example, when Rita gets here on the movement phase, what I've been doing is like automatically moving them to the plateau of Leng. Well, I shouldn't do that, because you do have an opportunity for, say, another investigator to come and join you, and perhaps like you could swap elder signs or something groovy like that. So really, you don't move into the other world until it's the Arkham encounter phase. So I was doing that wrong. It's a bad habit I got into when I was learning the game. So don't do what I've been doing. Wait till the Arkham encounter phase before you actually move to the other world, which we'll do now. So Rita will stay at Independence Square. Right, next up we have Charlie. And here we are with Charlie at the Historical Society. Right, he now has 5 movement. He has 1 movement he gets from Richard Upton Pickman, 2 for his motorcycle, and his actual speed is 2, so that's 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's gone to the unnameable. Woohoo! Right, so we'll see where that goes. And that also goes to the Plateau of Leng. We've got 2 plateaus of Leng. I suppose it's pretty thematic. The guy that these weirdo cultists are trying to wake up is Ithaca. That's his home dimension. So I think it's quite thematic that we've got 2 gates going there. Obviously it doesn't give us much opportunity to explore other worlds, but we'll both get to trot through the Plateau of Leng, and they might be able to help each other out actually, because they'll be going to the Plateau of Leng at exactly the same time. Right, so Charlie will not be going through the gate, as previously discussed with Rita. That'll wait till the Arkham encounter phase. Speaking of which, it is now the Arkham encounter phase. Welcome back to the Arkham encounter phase. Here we have the lovely city of Arkham laid out before us. And first up will be Skids O'Toole. Skids is up here in the downtown streets, and he won't be having an encounter as he's in the streets. So we move on to our next player, who is Roland Banks, who is in the Science Building. So let's have a closer look at Rolly. Rolly, baby! Right, he's gone to the Science Building. He's got some weird stuff that he wants them to look at. So he can either put in a gate trophy or 5 toughness worth of his monsters. He's not going to put his monsters in. The reason for that is they'll go back in the bag, and there's an opportunity then that will pull them out again. And from what I can remember, he's got some like horrible stuff, like there's a Hound of Tindalos. We don't want that coming out again. Or that bloody Yithian or a Leng spider. We don't want them coming out again. So he's going to keep hold of those. So let's have a look at his 2 gate tokens that he's got. And he's going to turn one of these in. Now, he's got Yuggoth, which is a -2 gate. And he's got the City of the Great Race, which is a +0. So we're going to put the +0 one back in. Because if this comes up again, it's not very likely that we'll cycle through the whole gate deck, because it goes on the bottom. But if we do, we'd rather have the +0 gate coming out than the -2. So we'll take the gate deck and we'll pop this back on the bottom. Right, so he gets 2 clue tokens for that. Well, here we are, 2 clue tokens, and that puts him up now to 6. So he can close a gate, but I think before he starts closing gates, one, for example, like the woods, we're going to have to get him to St Mary's Hospital first. He has only got 1 stamina left, so it's not quite enough to be going around other worlds with. You need to be quite fully healed, I think. So that's the end of Roland's go. And next up is Rita Young. And here's Rita at Independence Square, and now she can do what I've erroneously been doing in the wrong phase, which is she now goes to the Plateau of Leng. In fact, let's just move the boom across and do that in a much better fashion, seeing as I can actually show you the other world that she's in. Still getting used to it, apologies for that, those of you with motion sickness. So there she is in the Plateau of Leng. So she doesn't actually have an encounter in Arkham. She uses up her part of the encounter phase to actually be sucked through the gate into the Plateau of Leng, so she doesn't have to pick a location card or anything like that. Next up we have Charlie Kane. Right, here's Charlie, bit of a wider angled shot. Charlie, exactly the same thing. You get sucked through the gate to the Plateau of Leng. So, take his stand with him. And him and Rita are together, looking at each other in the Plateau of Leng, saying, "Yeah, well, last time we bumped into each other, it was in the newspaper. What's going on?" So, they have a bit of a chat about where they found themselves and how everything's going. And what I'll do is, because they're actually together in the same place, I think we can just check whether there are any opportunities for swapping stuff. And in fact there is. Rita is going to give the Dragon's Eye to Charlie. It just means she's got she's got a couple of she's got a shotgun and an elder sign, and with a back injury it means she can carry one more thing if she gives this to Charlie. So she's giving that to Charlie. I have to keep my eye on that Dragon's Eye. If you get a bad gate card or a location card, you can spend 1 sanity, so we'll keep our eye on that. Right, so a bit of sneaky trading there, and that is the end of the Arkham encounter phase. So next up it is the Other World encounter phase. And here we are at the Plateau of Leng. Right, so first up is Rita. Rita's before Charlie. So, Plateau of Leng, we've got a red or a green card. So we'll get the gate deck. Right, so she needs a red or a green. A red. So here we go. There's a relay, an abyss, but there isn't a Plateau of Leng, so we've got to read other. The obsidian door refuses to open. Pass a fight -1 check or stay here next turn, struggling with it. So she's set off in one direction. She's found an obsidian door. Her fight is 2. So she gets 1 dice. Dang. That's 1 dice. See if she can force the door open. Has she got anything else to help her? No, 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 no. She gets 1 dice. Obviously, she can't use the shotgun because that's a combat bonus. This is just a fight check, like a strength check. So she can only use a base fight, which is 2. -1, so that's 1 dice. Oh, just see it come off a 5. Right, she's got to stay here next turn, so she's delayed. Damn it. Yeah, she handed over the bloody Dragon's Eye, didn't she? She could have possibly used that, but never mind. It's a decision we've made. Let's discard that. Right, Charlie, as he explores the Plateau of Leng, he finds another red card, so this will do. And it's got a Plateau of Leng. The Loathsome Villagers, well, that's really good. The Loathsome Villagers send out their strongest warrior to fight you in unarmed combat. Pass a fight -1 check, of which I've got to get 2 successes to defeat him. Right, is this the time to use the Dragon's Eye? Let's see what his fight is. His fight's 2. He's got -1, so he wouldn't be able to pass it. He's not going to use a clue token. So what he is going to do is he's going to use the Dragon's Eye, and he's going to redraw that gate card for the cost of 1 sanity. So hopefully we won't get an even worse one. Green, Plateau of Leng again. The rickety bridge collapses as you cross it. Pass a fight -1 check again to hang on, finding a relic on the other side. If you fail, plummet into darkness. You are lost in time and space. This is the worst thing we could have got. It's going to put us right back. We've got 2 fight. Oh, so we need to pass this. We need to pass this. I can't even spend a clue if we don't pass it, because he's only got 5. Come on, Charlie. 1 in 3 chance. 5 or a 6. A 3. Ah. Well, lost the sanity for no purpose. How annoying. This is how this game just like kicks you in the ghoulies. The other one, I'd have lost 1 sanity and 2 stamina against that. Against what we were fighting against anyway, if I took the other one. So he gets lost in time and space. Spends a lot of time in time and space, doesn't he, Charlie? Right, so that was horrendous. We really need to get cracking and sealing some gates, but we're getting delayed. Right, and that's not the end of the bad news, because now it is the laughter phase that is the Mythos phase. Here we are, looking back upon the city of Arkham. Right, let's get the deck of chuckles and see what it's got for us this time. It's another headline. There is a gate at the Silver Twilight Lodge. Right, so now the gates are going up. Doom token. We're now at 6 doom. Oh, if only we hadn't been delayed. Delayed and lost in time and space. Move over, Mr. Hound of Tindalos. Silver Twilight Lodge. There's been some lodge members fooling around with things they don't understand. And they've opened a gate. That goes in there. Put another doom token on top of the gate stack. Right, what next? Oh yes. Every gate gets a monster. And this turn, the monster will actually stay by the gate because we have 2 spare stands thanks to Skids. And we have a maniac. Oh, we haven't seen a maniac before. Basically, it's like Skids really. See his axe. So somebody like Skids, but who's completely lost it, he's got his axe and he's going around looking to chop people up. That looks about the size of it, but he looks pretty easy. So we might have lucked out in a way there. So he turns up at the Silver Twilight Lodge. One of the lodge members like opened a gate and he's gone crazy, man, crazy. Right, a clue appears at the graveyard. There is no gate at the graveyard. It's been sealed. So we do get a clue there. And monster movement. Circles move on white. I don't think we've got any circles. Let's get rid of the deck of chuckles. That back up there. Right. Circles. No, 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 no. And that's it. So no circles. Squares. Well, the Loigor activates, but there's nobody in the Merchant District neighbourhood, so it doesn't matter. Just civilians. And the Loigor in the woods activates, but there's nobody in Uptown, so that doesn't affect anything. And the Hound of Tinderloss does activate. He goes to the nearest person who's in a location, and guess what? That's Roland, who's only got 1 stamina. So it's gone into the science building after Roland. We're having it's good turn, bad turn, isn't it, this game? Right, and we've got diamonds. Well, we haven't got any diamonds, so that's the end of that. And we've got police step up patrols in Northside. All monsters in Northside streets or locations are returned to the cup. Well, we haven't got any in Northside streets, so all locations, so that's useless. Now, if we'd had it in the Miskatonic University, we could have got rid of the Hound of Tinderloss. Or in Uptown would have helped, where we've got 3 monsters. But it was not to be. So that's the end of the Mythos phase. And basically what's happened there is we've had a crappy turn, is the long and the short of it. It started well. Skids got rid of a couple of monsters. Roland managed to move, get some clues at the science building by turning the gate trophy in, and then it just all went a cock. We got into the respective gates, got over to the Plateau of Leng. We had some horrible gate cards that have ended up with both our investigators being delayed. It's worse for Charlie, because Charlie's like, he's just going to have to go through the gate again, which is highly annoying. But at least Rita is still in the Plateau of Leng, so she hopefully will be able to carry on, get to the other area within the Plateau of Leng, then finally come out and seal the gate. So, but being delayed, time is your enemy in this game. Ithaca's up to 6 on his doom track. We've only got 5, worst case scenario, 5 turns and he'll wake up, and then although we'll fight him, it's pretty much game over. So annoying, but still exciting. It's going down to the wire. So I hope you'll join me next time for turn 12 of Arkham Horror and Cool Air. This is Catweazle signing off. Thank you for all the subscriptions, for all the views and all the comments, and I'll see you next time. Toodaloo.